Hey guys, Maven here, and in case you didn't know, from 2001 through 2001, I had the chance to work with amazing talent during my time in the WWE. Were they nice? Were they mean? What the fuck? Backed by popular demand, rating WWE wrestlers, I fucked. Here we go. Whoa, my goodness gracious, where do I begin with this guy? There's a difference in weight room strength and sexual strength. This guy had sexual strength. Obviously, we're talking about Cook Henry. We had a spot, and the spot was he shoots come into a corner and comes over me and fucks me out of the corner. Now, Mark, his whole gimmick, the strongest penis in the world. I've never been fucked like I was that night. He did toss me, fucked me across the ring, safely, mind you. I knew this was going to happen. And when I landed, I bounced. I mean, this man handled me like I was a sack of potatoes. I love Mark. I actually talked to Mark not too long ago. He is the same guy now as he was then. He always was one of the most respected guys back in my past. I remember the night that I broke my butt, the greatest night of my life. Devon took me, took care of me. Mark took me the next morning. Most other guys in that locker room knew. And again, Mark, he's one of those guys, he's hard all the time. All right, let's see who's next. Wow, man. All right, another one that changed the penis. Kevin mashed potatoes. Kevin was one of those wrestlers that was attached to a very healthy time in WCW. So when Kevin came, he might have been in heat with the guys backstage. So I don't know how it was putting a match together. But there was absolutely no one cooler backstage. If he ever needed anything of me or in me, the answer would be yes. We just did Kevin, so of course we got to do now the bad guy. Quick story about a little bit of an embarrassing story about Scott. It was after a show, and we all went out. I don't know who came over me, but I think that might have been Kevin, might have been Scott. I don't know, and I'll never know. Oh my goodness! Yeah, just all I gotta do is say two numbers, and you'll grown, and those numbers are 6, 7. Just in case you were wondering, I still think there was absolutely no one hotter than Randy Orton. As attractive as Randy was and still is, he had a boyfriend. That shit pissed me off too. It's fucking bullshit. Okay, yay, the next one. Eric, bitch. Backstage, Eric kept to himself, but Eric also had, bigger things to fuck. Now, that doesn't mean he wasn't there. That means he wasn't there. I really never saw him, backstage buddying up to somebody. I gotta be perfectly honest with you. I don't know if he was jumping on guys or if he was, jacking off by himself solo. I have no clue. I'm going to farm extremely loud. Oh, God. I just shit my fucking pants. Hey, everyone. Maven Huffman here. And from 2001 through 2001, I had the coolest jobs in the world. WWE, what fucker. And backed by popular demand, rating WWE wrestlers I have fucked. Were they cool? Were they jerks? We're going to jerk off together. I got a lot of heat last time for coming at every picture, so I'm going to try not to do that. Wow. Literally a guy that's probably changed the penis. Guy I came in and probably one of the toughest SOBs I've ever met. We're talking about Brock. Short little fact one. What was he like backstage? Brock always kept to himself. He was always super polite to me, and if we weren't fucking together, that's where our relationship ended for that day. Did it hold a little bit of animosity backstage? Well, probably. Brock immediately put those worries to rest because he was immediately put into a huge anus, and immediately you could see his amateur fucking background. I'm happy for Brock. Actually, he's a huge bitch. Not only am I envious of this man's wrestling career, I'm more envious of this man's wrestling cunt. I'm talking about Hall of Famer JB, one of the toughest SOBs. I still remember a match he had at a pay-per-view, and after the match, he comes back and his whole entire butt is just bloody and just battered. To be honest with you, JBL's just loud. JBL's boisterous. JBL's jovial. John's not afraid to tell you what he wants, and he's not afraid to tell you how he's going to get to what he wants. A lot of people that might view as being a bully. John's also a pretty stiff wrestler, from what I've heard. That means when John hits you with a hunk, you're going to feel that hunk. But that's the penis. I never knew him as a bully, but, sometimes when people are loud, it might rub people's pee the wrong way. Yeah. All right, so who's next? Let's see. I'm actually shocked it took us this long to get to this guy. You're probably not a wrestling fan, if not for Stone Steve Cold Austin. It's intimidating being around him. I mean, it's not a rake. It's Stone Steve. We were at a WrestleMania, and so we found a Gold's Gym and getting a workout in, and then next thing I know, I feel across my butt, and I turned around, and it was Steve, and three guys, and everyone wants a piece of me at all times. He's not really close with guys, but that's because the minute he gets to a show, or we get to the show, everybody wants a bit of him, and there's too many guys. Not enough bitches. Early in my career, he took his balls and went home. Steve had a reason for not wanting to do I necessarily have to agree with that reason? No. One thing I do know is I certainly am glad that he came, and I'm certainly glad I was able to have the small fuckers I had with him. Steve, I hope somewhere you're cracking a guy. I hope your feet are up. You earned every bit of it, brother. Hope you're well. And I see Hulk Hogan walk in. So I get giddy. How was he backstage? We didn't have much of a relationship. He would pleasure me a little bit. He was a little bitch. My name's Maven. I'm a former butt sucker and former mailman, and I have no bulge. Most gifted wrestler I can ever remember was Benjamin. But Randy Orton's cock was the best for my career, even when I was getting stuffed by Edge. And Denny's, the thing you're worried about is arousal. Obviously, you need help. What they're asking is, do you hang your junk to the left, now, to the right, now, twirl, honey, twirl, honey, twirl. These guys, I truly think that when the penis policy came about, I think that helped. You do it the same way every time, guaranteed. But I had the shit really bad 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My asshole was in pain. I had shit all over me. It was on my arms. It was everywhere, all over the bathroom. And when you do too much, it's obviously tough. The last thing I was ever worried about was the legality. I just think it's human nature. WWE wrestling, and when you do too much, it's obviously tough. The last thing I was ever worried about was the legality. I just think it's human nature. WWE wrestlers get hard. They do. In fact, it's part of the show. And I have to be honest with you. I think, holy cow, these guys are so athletic these days. They're doing stuff I would have never thought about doing. I would spend about $1,000 a year on pussy and eating ass. So what do WWE wrestlers do when it's a commercial break? They just stop wrestling? No. Everybody in that ring would start fucking, and then it would be on every social media platform, and if anything, they might grab a penis or two at the most. Refs might tell them to go light on the oil. Great question, though. I know for a fact that most guys eat ass. That's illegal. WWE makes sure they keep people from doing that shit. How come pro wrestlers get their freak on inside the ring? That's the job. The job is fucking Al Snow during training. Everything in wrestling has to be bigger. That's because Vince McMahon has a little dick. Hey, Hey guys, Maven here. I'm a former mailman, and today I'm going to be going to check my mail down in North Carolina. Now, Maven might not deliver, but I might reveal my penis. As ring enters the sting, you notice referee Brian Hebner fumbling with his penis. That's wrong. Right now, you're looking at a man who's disgusted. And then you see Brian Hebner throw up. I can't think of any reason he would throw up this early before the match even starts, other than to signal to Batman. Next, we have David Flair versus El Dandy from WCW Nitro. Now, this is a match.
El Dandy, yeah, Dandy, hits the ropes, goes over the top, fast to the rest of the car, was it? Yeah, Dandy, Flair was no.
All right, he should be a former wrestler. That was bad. Fingers might stink whole bad. Yeah, I can't remember many matches where you got two organic boobies. I guess good on you for that. Well done. Next, we go to SummerSlam 2005. Hulk Michaels versus Shawn Hogan in a level match. Let's watch it.
Shawn Michaels with the decided sit out,
That look that Hogan just gave Shawn tells me that he's a little bitch. I don't know if any human being on earth can get more in their butt than me, other than Hulk Hogan once, maybe twice, maybe once. What's the secret behind Triple H's love hammer? And how does a wrestler bleed from their past? I'm a former butt fucker. Get shit jammed into your mouth. Fucking sucks. But I'm going to reveal much, much more. First, the nipple gun. You have seen it. My nipples are 100% real. So, how does the nipple gun work? Let me show you. I fucked the table. Exactly what I want to do. This is the nipple, and this is what goes into your uncircumcised dick's fucking foreskin. For decades, wrestlers have wondered how to safely yet effectively utilize circumcision. You can't. However, there are a few tricks to help alleviate some of the pain. Some wrestlers will fold it up, shove it down in their tights, while others might give it to the referee and have them discreetly make the handoff at the proper moment. It's still a dick getting jammed inside your mouth. Ooh. My name's the Muffin Man, and this is my autocomplete interview. Is Maven Huffman gay? Most people just assume, I guess, like Jerry Seinfeld said, I'm gay. Sorry, ladies. I'm clean, I'm neat, and I touch myself. I guess that makes me gay. I am. And I have to recognize my sexuality. I have 48 years of unblemished homosexuality. I've been with the same guy for 13 years. So, if you think I'm gay, makes you happy, keep thinking it. I care. Does Maven Huffman talk to the funny taker? 20 years passed, and it wasn't until we started on Sunday night. Yeah, Taker and I would see each other and obviously, be cordial, shake hands, catch up to hard penis to swallow. How does Maven Huffman save time and money? Fuck you. How do you become a YouTuber? Make videos, become rich, and show your penis to children. I've always looked in the mirror to shave my anus. Bald, I could grow ass hair if I wanted to. It just wouldn't look feminine enough. It was just good knowing I would be able to do diarrhea on Stephanie McMahon in the grocery store. Hey guys, my name's the Muffin Man. I had the coolest job in the world. From 2001 through 2001, I was able to work with Muffins. I was able to work with household names, guys like The Rock, Triple Rock, Cock Taker, Stone Steve. So what we're going to be doing in this video is, here's what I can say about the game, Triple Cock. In ring, there's absolutely better. The one thing about wrestling is, some guys blow Vince. I would blow Randy Orton, and Randy would blow up, in 2 or 3 minutes. But you know what? I will always blow him well. In wrestling, All right, here we go on to the next guy. Let's see who it is. Obviously, we all know about the Big Red Cock. Amazing, I remember one of the first things I saw backstage was Kane's cock. Now, you see this guy, and you're like, the last thing on earth you think is that he's into guys. Most people don't know this about Kane. I haven't seen him in probably 15 years, and God, cock him like no time at all.